In the city of Betaville, in the near future, the technology we developed confronts us. The science we created seduces us. But will our dreams of tomorrow be turned into a nightmare? Welcome to Paradox. Be careful what you wish for. Nothing is impossible anymore.
When you enter the underside of a city like Betaville, technology has taken control. You find secrets too dark and too dangerous for the human mind to ever imagine. Rashid K has been sent here to find a missing person, but what he'll really discover is that nothing is what it appears. People are not what they seem, and the truth is elsewhere.
I'm afraid my conscience doesn't leave me any choice. I quit.
You can't do that, Hartzell. Nobody just leaves Terraspan.
I was surprised, too, when I found out I still had a conscience. 20 years being a corporate spook's a hell of a long haul.
We want the list.
The list of people I recruited. My agents. The list of innocent men and women I blackmailed into spilling secrets for you. You want me to give it to you so you can squeeze them again. You want that list, gentlemen. You can have it. Over my dead body.
Get the list, then kill him.
There's no time to explain. Quickly. The name's Mannheim. Pablo Mannheim. No need to go into the details now. Suffice it to say, I heard a rumor you might be having some difficulty and you might need a place to hide where no one would ever find you or what you know. Follow me. Follow me. Come.
This place you're taking me. What makes you so sure no one will ever find me?
When you get there, you'll have a new name, a new identity. Believe me, Hartzell, it would take a real miracle for anyone to track you down there. Miracle is exactly what you need.
My name is K. Rashid K. I'm an inquiry agent, what they used to call a private detective back in the good old days.
Would you like another round?
Those days are long gone, but some things never change. Husbands still cheat on their wives, employees still steal from their bosses, and every once in a while, some ordinary citizen turns up missing. If someone wants them found, they come to me. This kind of work makes it hard to keep an optimistic outlook on the future of humanity. Then again, optimism isn't exactly what brings in my paycheck. Now, Hugo Burns had just gotten himself released on another technicality. The DA called him a slime. He called the DA a moron. The cats were scratching, the dogs were snipping. Yeah. Life was looking sweet. When wouldn't you know it? I had myself a visitor.
You're an inquiry agent.
Yeah, that's right. Who's asking?
I'd like an inquiry conducted.
Uh-huh.
This man is missing. We'd like him found.
We?
My name is Victor Lazar. I'm a lawyer representing Mrs. Walt Hertz, wife of the missing person.
Have a seat, please, Mr. Lawyer. This is a divorce case?
Mr. Hertz and his wife had been separated shortly before his disappearance. Mrs. Hertz is anxious to conclude the divorce and reach a final property settlement, which cannot be done easily in Mr. Hertz's absence.
How long has he been out of touch?
2 weeks. Mr. Hertz works at the Bureau of Records. One day he didn't show up for work. Not a trace of him at the hotel room where he'd been staying. And he made a substantial withdrawal from the bank.
So your man took a walk? Could be anywhere. Could have left town.
We have reason to believe otherwise. He was seen a few days ago on Elvira Avenue.
Who's the dish?
Her name is Marcia Trom. She's an artist of some sort. A radical.
Think she could help?
I found her extremely unhelpful, as a matter of fact. But perhaps you'll get better results. For your services.
Lazar! Why come to me?
People say you're the best. And we need him found quickly. I'll expect a daily progress report.
Something about the man's story just didn't wash. Maybe it was the lie he told me about this being just a divorce case. Property settlements in this town are handled automatically. People like to keep the human interface down to a tidy minimum, if you know what I mean. So Lazar wanted Hertz for a different reason, a reason he didn't want me to know, which of course made me want to know it all the more. He hadn't even gotten started. Already I was hip deep. Like the man said, life is sweet. To an inquiry agent, few things are more telling than the home a man abandons when he decides to pack it all in. You're left with the things he leaves. The things he leaves behind with his wife. Some he doesn't care about, some he forgets. At times you can tell the difference on sight. Other times, you have to look deeper.
What do you want?
Rashid K. I'm an inquiry agent.
Inquiring into what?
The disappearance of Walt Hertz.
Why don't you come in, Mr. K?
Thank you.
Someone's hired you to look for him.
A lawyer. A man by the name of Victor Lazar. He represents Mr. Hertz's wife. He's yours? Where'd you paint him?
Right here. The subject matter is entirely imaginary.
Nice. So, how long have you known Walt?
3 months, give or take. We met at his office down at the Bureau of Records. I'd gone in to renew my license, and we became friends. He expressed an interest in my work.
In fact, you were having an affair with him, and you are the reason he left his wife.
In fact, not. We were not sexually involved. Not that the nature of my relationship with Walt is any of your concern.
Oh, but it is my concern. I am, after all.
An inquiry agent.
Bingo.
And it is your job to sift through all the lies until you discover the truth. Suppose I told you that Walt Hertz has no wife. And that the man who calls himself Victor Lazar is not who he appears to be.
My job is to find Hertz, not to investigate his client's motives.
Even if Lazar wants to kill Walt.
Does he?
I was speaking hypothetically, of course.
Of course. You recognize this picture? Doesn't do you justice, by the way.
I've never seen it before. Was Walt under some sort of surveillance? Well, he must have been. Someone took the photograph. So, he was being followed before he disappeared. Why?
Why, indeed? Was he in some kind of trouble? Can you think of any reason why he might want to disappear? Or need to?
Perhaps he was tired of his work, his life. Perhaps he felt he needed a change. I hear marriage can get terribly boring.
He seemed like such a responsible person. Not the kind to just pick up and disappear.
He split with his wife. Did you know that?
Hertz was a private person. He never discussed his personal life.
Did you know he was married?
Like I said, Mr. K, we never discussed personal issues.
Did he seem like he was under any strain to you? Any unusual problems at work or anything?
Walt was one of our most conscientious employees. Supervisor, records management. Oh, not what you would call exciting work, endless lists of names, numbers. But he enjoyed it.
Does this mean anything to you?
It looks like his handwriting, but I don't recognize any of these names. Sorry.
His wife mentioned he had a thing for spy thrillers. Does that ring a bell?
If Walt Hertz was fond of anything, it was order, predictability. He didn't like surprises. Goodbye, Mr. K.
Somebody wants to see you.
Try just asking. How about you tell me where we're going? We could just walk there like we knew each other. Huh?
Mr. Gay. I don't believe you've had the pleasure. Hugo Burns. I understand you're looking for Walt Hertz, Mr. K.
You got a mutual friend, or you just see things?
When you find him, I'd appreciate it greatly if you could inform me of his whereabouts first.
Appreciate it?
Whatever your current client is paying you, I'll do better. Much better.
Bidding war on Walt Hertz. What's he got to down, man?
Mr. K, I urge you to consider my offer. Quickly.
What's the rush? You don't find him in time, he turns into a pumpkin, what?
Don't get smart with Mr. Burns, huh? He made you a nice offer. Think about it.
Hey, Rashid, what's up? Too much romancing?
You should have seen her, Dickie. Frightening. Give me the usual, will you? Thanks.
A little note. Maybe she's already sorry.
I didn't hear from you last night. I told you I expect a daily progress report.
Yeah. Well, you know, I don't seem to be making too much progress. The thing is, Walt Hertz disappeared for a reason. I think you know what that reason is.
I'm not paying you to find reasons. I'm paying you to find the man.
Is that all you have to say?
Mr. K, you are beginning to try my patience.
In that case, I have no choice but to return this. Can't say it's been a pleasure.
You're making a mistake, Kay.
Well, what is it this time, Mr. K? No, Walt's never mentioned any of these names.
None of them are listed in information or at the Bureau records. I checked everywhere. They don't exist.
The landscapes I see in my head before I start painting, it's as though I remember them. Could it be the same with these names? Could they be a memory from another place? Walt used to talk about the graffiti. He said it was the key.
To what?
He used to say that forgetting was easy. It was remembering that was hard.
Remembering what?
That was the part he could never remember.
Something happened to the man. One day, everything was normal. Then out of the blue...
A stranger walks into your life.
And everything
changes.
Who comes up with the words? I'm Kay. I'm an inquiry agent. Who tells you what to write?
The code man.
The code man. I'd like to talk to him.
Maybe you should. Eh?
Right?
I've seen worse.
Ooh.
It's about that romance of yours, Rashid?
Maybe, man.
They were looking for something.
Yeah, just maybe. She's got some nasty habits. absolutely sure about Mr. Lazar?
Like I said, Mr. K, we have no record of any lawyer named Victor Lazar.
Can I take a look at Walt Hurt's marriage certificate, please?
Certainly.
If it's not too much trouble.
Mr. Hertz has never been married. Not in this municipality, at least.
Yeah. Yeah. What can I do for you, pal? Yeah. You looking for my wall?
Hey, what?
So you wanted to know who comes up with the words?
You're the code man?
I do a few jobs for him. Sometimes it's hard to make ends meet, being a painter and all.
Not bad. What's with the gun?
He sent me to pick someone up. Didn't know it'd be you. Nice.
Thanks.
You get it back afterwards. Now, come on. He doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'll be dressed to the nines and sporting flowers tonight. We live the life desire. A little rain waters black umbrella. Sidewalk shining, streetlights smiling, stealing kisses on spring gardens. We live the life
You're the code man.
People expect you to be a certain way. When you're not, it confuses them. Sometimes it makes them think.
So the graffiti is some kind of code?
No. It's a nickname from a previous existence. I used to write code, software. My specialty was simulating environments. If you got the right kind of software, you can render almost anything. Except people. They're too chaotic, too random. I need to find Hertz before Lazar gets to him. If you don't find him fast, a lot of innocent people are going to get hurt. Afterwards, I'll explain everything. I give you my word. Right now, find him. Please. It's a matter of life or death.
I need you to help me figure this out, okay? All the time you spend with Hertz, there must have been something. Something, some odd little detail that didn't quite fit with the rest of them. Something you might figure was just a quirk or something. You wrote it off. If you really thought about it, it didn't add up. Huh?
The taxis. Walt didn't just talk about the graffiti. He used to watch the taxis as though they were going to tell him something, but he couldn't figure out what. I used to kid him about staring at them, and he'd just shake it off and tell me I was crazy.
Taxis. Let's go find some. Easy, man, easy. I'm here to help you. I'm not working for Lazar anymore.
What do you want then?
Hugo Burns says people die if I don't find you. I just want to know why. I just I want to know what's going on. Here, reach into the inside pocket of my jacket. I got something of yours. It's got something to do with this, doesn't it?
Okay. I guess it doesn't hurt for somebody else to know, too.
Could I have my gun back, please? Thanks.
I used to have a different name. He told me he was gonna take me to a place where no one could ever find me. A place where I could have a new identity. And he did. Are they dead?
No, they're in stasis. Suspended animation. We slow the biological clock to a crawl, but still maintain life. Most of our clients were about to die from diseases or conditions for which there's no cure. Occasionally, we had one like you who needed escape in order to survive. In stasis, bodily functions may slow to a point of imperceptibility. But most brain functions persist. What you might call the subconscious comes fully awake.
But it's like being buried alive.
Yes, that's what started me thinking. What if I took these minds and plugged them into a grid? A simulated environment where they could lead happy and productive lives. Of course, when you plug in, you have no conscious memory of who you were. Your new personality is formed entirely from your subconscious. But you get to be who you really always wanted to be. You never knew it. We plug you in 6 months, a year. By then, who's ever after you will give up. Then we bring you out, you go your merry way.
This simulated environment, the new personality. How do you know that it works?
Because I've been there. Quite often, as a matter of fact. I like it. I like it.
And that's what he said. You think I'm crazy?
No.
What about my name? Walt Hertz here, T.W. Hartzell there.
Yeah.
Same 9 letters.
Yeah. But the thing is, from what you just said, you shouldn't be able to remember what you just said.
I didn't. Until the day Victor Lazar walked into the Bureau of Records and tried to kill me for this list. He's the one that Terraspan sent after me out there. Don't ask me how he got in here, but when the same guy tries to kill you twice, I don't care where you are, you start remembering things.
Okay, so you got away, Lazar needed help finding you, and that's where I came in. That's a good story. It's good. It's very good. It doesn't explain what you're doing here, but, Walt, what is with the taxis?
That's the way the software works. Go into stasis, all of a sudden you're in this taxi and it brings you here. So I thought, if I could find the right taxi, I could get out, away from Lazar. But I don't know which one or where it goes. Please, you've got to help me somehow. Find out which taxi I take.
The one that takes you back to the stasis warehouse. Do you remember what street it was on?
It was in a rundown industrial area on D Street.
Pick another. There is no D Street in this town.
It's on D Street, I'm sure.
Okay, D Street is good. Whatever. You see, every taxi has a trip record, so the taxi you need, this special taxi, it ought to say D Street. So all you gotta do is just go take a look.
But you're not going to. Because you don't believe there is any D Street.
Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, what? You see that?
Yeah. What's going on here? That was Lazar the lawyer, and he had Walt with him.
Walt told me the most remarkable story. Come on.
I can't believe that this isn't real. I can't believe you're not real.
This is real. These people are real. This is what Lazar wanted all along.
But he doesn't have them
He's
yet.
got Walt Hertz. He'll damn sure find a way to get these names out of him. Unless I stop him. It's a hell of a long way for Hertz to come to keep these people safe. Be a shame if he made the trip for nothing, wouldn't it?
I'm coming with you.
I don't think so.
I'm coming. So what did you have in mind?
Find another taxi that's going to D Street.
All right.
All right. Yeah, that's the destination column right there, yeah? Okay, go back, go back. That one's blank, right? Go back again. That one's blank, too. Why?
Special trips. Release the cabs out.
To who?
I don't see it. Codeman. Mr. Codeman. Ring a bell?
When does the next Codeman run?
Looks like it's tomorrow. Cab's in the garage getting lubed.
Thanks.
This is gonna work.
Maybe. That's not what's worrying me. If we cross back into our real bodies, our physical bodies, we're gonna be weak.
If we can't remember our other lives now, do you think we'll remember these lives when we get there?
I won't forget you. Ever. Here goes nothing.
So we remember coming back this way. Your weapon.
I don't have my weapon.
Hey. Okay. I'll get down. How'd you get here?
We took the taxi.
Lazar was here. It surprised me. It's got hard soul. I mean, it hurts.
Are they still here?
I think so. But you better hurry.
Where are they?
I think in the workshop downstairs where I built the stasis tanks.
We'll be back as soon as we can.
You better hurry.
Okay, my friend, let's try it again. Where is the list? I told you I don't know, but you remember the names on the list.
No, I don't think so. Everything's so mixed up.
Maybe this will jog your memory.
If I remembered, I wouldn't tell you.
This time it's gonna hurt a little more. Good hell. What was that?
I said hell, freeze over before. It's enough, Lazar!
Huh. So, the inquiry agent wants to be a hero. How noble.
Still got the old touch.
We better get him to a hospital.
No. Not the hospital. I want to go. I want to go back home. There's an old saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same. I used to think that was true. Now I'm not so sure. I found out a few things about myself. In my old life, I was an accountant, a boring 9-to-5 guy, a slave of routine. I'd rather die than go back to being that person. And I almost did. But here I am again. Back home. It feels good, it feels right. Of course, feelings don't get the rent paid, so once again, like always, I needed a job. A new case. A client.
I'm looking for someone. I was hoping you could help me find him.
Maybe you're right.
How's that?
Koji road is circular, curves back on itself. No beginning, no end, just the middle.
No yesterday and no tomorrow. That's the way I like it. Dick, another round for me and my friend here.
In the future, the difference between the real world and cyberspace is a thin line. Rashid K has just crossed it and found there's no coming back. Welcome to Paradox.